Counter Strike. It's just a folder. Rocket League. Also. So basically, fast forward, I've already uninstalled, like, I haven't been playing games for like 6 days, and because I'm like very, very disappointed with my final examination marks and how I prepared heading towards it, so I guess it's either a punishment or it's either a way for me to move on, to be honest. Yes, so English. We have a general English paper, we have a composition paper, we have a literature paper, and we have a listening paper. And to be very, very honest, English is the only subject that I did satisfactorily. I mean, this is not satisfactory at all. You can see basically feeling is how I felt right after coming out of the examination hall, and then the rating is like after I receive my score, how I feel about it. So I completely messed up the general English paper. The composition I did pretty good, to be honest. The literature paper I kind of did better than I expected, because I scored 22, but they had a bonus section which I got all 2 marks. So for the listening, I also did pretty good, to be very honest. So English is like the only subject that makes my that only keeps like my dignity. Chinese is just like I've already given up. I don't know. I felt very good coming into the big Chinese paper with like usage and reading comprehension. Like I got absolutely destroyed. For the listening, I didn't have any expectations because I did make this talk back in the day, and then we did this in class, but I still managed to get destroyed because I did get to listen to every single point, and I just kind of messed up on the questions, which in comparison, in like the last semester, I got like full marks for my listening papers. So like I just completely messed it up. For the composition part, we did 2 compositions. One is a big composition, so you have to write around like 550 characters, in a choose 1 out of 3 type of question. I felt good after that, but it didn't turn out well because I mean it's like a very, very plain piece of text. There isn't quite a special part to it, and I just kind of wrote out what I was supposed to wrote, as in a level of telling a story and just answering all of the points that I'm supposed to do instead of actually using a literature point of view to bring out the whole story. And for composition 2, it's basically a piece of text that we have to write. For example, we had to write an invitational letter for the composition 2 part. I kind of scored pretty well because just as if you just answer all the points and just include every needed detail in the composition, that you kind of scored. So I did pretty good on this one, but other than that, my Chinese is just messed up. Heading into the other subjects, this is just how I put black for mathematics. Like I just came out of the examination hall feeling like I just wanted to like not say anything. Yeah. We had 2 parts. We had an MC. We had 40 MC questions, and a around 20-page long question booklet for us to answer in like 2 hours, and then I'm just gonna give you a view on how my efficiency is. Basically, I had 2 hours to complete both parts, 140 marks, and I had to guess like half of the MC because uh, I worked on the conventional questions first. And by the way, just for reference, from my first semester, I got a 1% increase in terms of score. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, for the three science, like physics, chemistry, biology, we have to take all of them because of our grade, and I just kind of messed up everything. Physics, I'm not like a physics person. Because physics is, in my opinion, very similar to maths, so I did have time to complete the whole examination paper, so let's just skip that. Chemistry, it was kind of something like, I mean, chemistry was the fact that you had to do molar calculations as well as memorize, like actually just dead memorize polyvinyl chloride and some stuff like that. So I don't know. I put yellow there because I guess I did better than like last semester, I think, but I can still do better in my opinion. Biology is just pure memorization. Uh, we had some kind of like metabolism, cellular organization stuff, but I just I hit the 80% mark, but I still guess that I could definitely do better in terms of memorizing. For what's this called, life in society, it's basically something like social studies stuff. Uh, we had to understand. We had topics on like the United Nations, the EU. We also had the topic on the government, etc. And the of course I did memorize it. I wasn't really like, I didn't memorize stuff in depth before the examination, and to be very, very honest with you, all of these subjects I I started like 2 weeks ago, but due to my procrastination, it didn't work out. So like I was starting to study a new subject like the day before, but I had so much time to spare. So that's also another reason why I just decided to delete all games and quit. For history, we had two subjects of history. We had history and Chinese history. It's very, very different from my syllabus. History is more on the database. We had like the Second World War and the Cold War. We had to answer like according to images and cartoons published during like the course of the war or in context with those wars. I completely like, so firstly, right, one database question, I misunderstood the whole cartoon, so that made me mess up. And then I used to do very, very well on the first semester of history, but then things just went downhill and I just couldn't cope with the marking scheme of how stuff worked out, like the points that I'm supposed to answer in terms of getting marks. Like if I have to get that particular mark, I have to answer that particular point mentioned in the marking syllabus, and I couldn't get that. So there goes my history rank. For Chinese history, it's more relying on the memorization, and the same thing kind of occurred, but at this time it wasn't, because I didn't memorize word for word from the textbook, so I kind of missed some points here and there that was supposed to be helping me gaining marks, so I just kind of messed up. Geography was another subject that I kind of did comparatively well to other subjects. I got like full marks on my map reading part, like drawing like cross sections and just calculating vertical acceleration stuff. In terms of the memorization of the long questions, though, we had like the manufacturing industry and stuff. It, I kind of scored comparatively high compared to my classmates, so I put a green there because I'm quite satisfied with like the 81% score. For the last two subjects, I literally just don't care anymore. Religious studies, we literally had a whole page of syllabus of Bible verses. I yeah, I didn't bother memorizing them. I didn't bother studying them, so I kind of just I don't even give a damn. Putonghua is Mandarin, like the language, like the Chinese language, but it's not it's not my mother language. Like it's not Cantonese. It's like Mandarin, like Mandarin Chinese, and I kind of expected myself to do better, but you see my feeling on the when I came out of the examination hall, it's still red. It's because I kind of just messed up the whole listening part. We had a listening part, and I did not understand a single word what the speakers were playing, and I didn't have the context on what the hell they're saying, and they were also speaking really fast, so I kind of missed the points. So that's basically it. This summarizes why I'm like depressed now, and how I'm like that's literally just what led to my my reasons on quitting. And I mean, a new year starting. I'm currently having a summer holiday that isn't even a summer holiday. Like, I I just deleted all games and that's it. And I just decided to stay away from games. I genuinely there's I still decide to delete games after my exams and before the next school year starts is because I know if I don't do it once and for all, I'm gonna start procrastinating again, and I'm going to be starting to play games all day again. I'll start to focus on making videos, and then I'll spend a lot of time on the YouTube channel. I'll also spend a lot of time with my friends just playing video games. So I just kind of had to do it once and for all and just delete all games and kind of force myself to just not start this gaming trend again. Like, despite the fact that I just really want to spend some more time with my friends, bonding our relationships with video gaming. But yeah, I just decided to take a step forward, and I think it's definitely time to make a change. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see if I have some ideas unrelated games that I can make on my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time.